welcome back. This is Baller Scuba with bonus episodes of Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 1. I am joined, as always, by my post-game squad of Ziggy Jr. and Momo. Chaos, KOS-MOS, and Xion are hanging out in the back this time. Before we do move on to what we are going to talk about today, I want to go over some level grinding that I have done. As you can see, I do have slightly higher levels, nothing that major. We're talking about maybe 10 levels overall for my characters, higher than what it was when I beat the game. What I have really been working on is points. I have finished ether points. I am done with ether points. As you can see, Ziggy has quite a few excess ether points. What I have been doing is, let's go down to the bottom where his stuff is. I have been leveling up and transferring every single ether in the game that can be transferred, really. Everybody has every ether possible for them, meaning that everybody has everything transferred over to them that can be. Like, speed boost here is actually a very good ether. You know, it increases your speed by 50%, better than the 25% that two other characters have. So I can transfer it to everybody, but everybody already has it. I have done this across the board with all my characters, which is why, as you can see down here, this huge pile of ethers below everything, this is all everybody else's ethers that have been transferred to Ziggy. As you can see, there's a ton of them. Just so many. Now we're back in Xion's. Just everybody has everything that they can possibly have, and I am done with ether points completely. There is nothing more for me to do with ether points. When it comes to skills, I can't do anything at the moment with the skill points that I have. Everything that can be extracted has been extracted. In terms of what I have set, this is really my level grinding setup for what I was trying to do. There is still some things that I can do with skill points, but I need equipment that I don't have right now. Whether I get that through the passports or whether I get that in Puerto Mercaba, there's still some things that I can extract, but I already have more than enough points to get, I believe, everything else in the game, and if not, I will. So we are almost completely done with skill points, which just leaves tech points. Tech points, I am nowhere close to done. And this is one of the things that I say is a detriment to the game, is the imbalance between tech points and every other point in the game. When it comes to points, tech points are the most valuable. And they are the most valuable because you need so many of them. I don't have hard numbers, unfortunately. I've looked and looked for, somebody to give me a hard number for what it takes in order to level up everything to max level. As you can see, we're not even close. What I've been doing is going by whatever's lowest and just leveling that up. So the next one would be Lightning Fist, which only needs 630. That'd be the next one that I level up. But as you can see, nowhere close. I don't even have high speed on everything yet because Executioner takes so much to level that up. So I'm done with ether points. I'm pretty much done grinding for skill points. Tech points, nowhere close. So as a result, from this point forward, I would say that I will be cheating, but I've already done it, just in a different save file. So I cheated, and it pains me to say that. I got a Game Shark. It pains me to say that primarily because there was really no way I was going to be able to do that while doing this legitimately. So this is something that, if I didn't have a Game Shark, would not have happened. I would not have leveled everything up to level 50. Remember, that is the max for techs. That is ridiculous. One estimate, and it's really the only estimate that I found, as to how much it would take to level up every character up to max tech level, was 1.5 million tech points. So that took me a while. But Before I cheat, well, technically, even though I have cheated, this is a save file. Before I did cheat, I want to take on one last enemy that we have not seen before. For this, we are going to need to use the UMN and go through the EVS system and head back to the U-TIC battleship. Now, I don't have a fully healed party. There's a couple ether points that are missing, but that is more than fine. If I get down to needing 1 or 2 ether points, then I have clearly done something wrong. In the U-TIC battleship, there are technically 3 more enemies to find here, but really there's just one new guy. He is a little bit of a ways away, and this is really the best spot to grind for experience points. If you're looking for the best spot to grind for every other kind of point, it would still be the spotlights at the beginning of the encephalon. This is the room that we are looking for, though. We want to head in here so we can find a new enemy. And this enemy is just standing here waiting for us. He does not come to get you. He just kind of stands there. So we have to go to fight him. That's kind of their warning. This is going to be a tough enemy. We still have the swimsuits on because, like I said before, this is my level grinding party, my tech point grinding party. I normally would not need this anymore because I don't need tech points anymore for this file. This guy is the ace pilot. He is weak as hell. So I am going to guard with Momo. There's a reason that I'm doing that, and that reason is because he has a turn next. So I don't want to kill him just yet. But we will kill him very shortly. As you can see, he does no damage to us, even though we're wearing swimsuits. That's how bad he is. Can I actually kill him with just regular attacks? I can. Die. And down he goes. But he boards and eggs. This is not good. And this eggs is Din Gareth. Now, because I have already beaten the Song of Nephilim, Din Gareth is the default enemy to show up. I will try to show up the guy that shows up if you take on this guy before the Song of Nephilim, but because information for this game is kind of sketchy, it's hard for me to be able to find, you know, the one technique that works. Everybody does have a boost +1 as a skill, so I'm going to use that to my best effect. And what we are going to do here is do not necessarily the best moves in terms of text, but you definitely want to do ether against this guy. This guy has insane physical defense. Oh, this is going to take me a while. I'm so used to my other party. This is definitely going to take me a while. You have the double buster on, don't you? You should. Mystic Knob. Yes, you do. As you can see, insane physical defense. We are going to see a few techs that we have not seen that much of, if really ever before. But we want to get as many moves in against this guy as possible. He is tough. As you can see, he still has a ton of health. The quickest way to beat him would, of course, be Kaiser, however I'm supposed to say that. Go, Angel Arrow! That is actually probably the best move that I have against this guy. This is not necessarily the best party to be able to take him on. I don't have everything set perfectly, you know. I would probably prefer Lightning Fist over Meteor Shot. Mystic Nocturne is actually pretty good, but I want 2 of those instead of Storm Waltz. Storm Waltz is not that great. Right, let's keep going now. More Meteor Shot, and we can get him down to about half his HP before he gets another turn in. And this is where things start to get a little sketchy because, as you saw, he did a ton of damage to us, even though this is a party that is 10 levels higher than what I beat the game at. This guy is tough and does more damage to a single person than I think the final boss did. It's ridiculous. Not as much as Protodoro, though. Protodoro is insane. Even as a critical, Junior is not doing any damage. What the hell, Junior? Not with a basic attack, at least. Okay, he is down to about half HP. I am not going to try to heal Ziggy right now. I'm going to risk that he doesn't hit Ziggy with a critical, which could kill him. And we get another boost on Momo, which is definitely the best person to get that on, because she does the most damage as far as I can tell. But I'm going to save that. Oh, just a regular attack, that is fine. I still need to heal him. No. I'll wait till after his turn. We'll see what we can do this way, but this guy is tough. This is the most powerful normal enemy, I would say, in the game, and he does give you a substantial amount of experience points. I think I mentioned that before. If you're looking for experience points, this is the best spot to go here. Well, you know, if you can kill him quickly, I should say. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine, I think. Now that I said it, I'm a little concerned, but hopefully we'll be fine. We should be. Just keep on doing the same thing. Don't let him get too many shots in, because he can do a massive amount of damage against you if you let him. But we'll be really close here, it looks like. And then, yeah, we got another boost, so we'll be fine. We will be fine. We let him get 2 attacks in, and that is it. Am I going to be able to kill him and get points? I'm not aiming for points. In fact, I would kind of like to show it off if you don't get points. But if we do kill him that way, it's fine. Yeah, we're going to get points. What do we get? Points times 4. So keep in mind that what I get here is times 4 on the tech, ether, and skill points. And plus we get to see people in bikinis, which is always nice, even though I was kind of in a onesie. And you got a few upscot shots of her. So, at a times 4, which is higher than average, even if I kill this guy on points multipliers every time I fight him, we're getting around 130 to 160 tech points. Keep in mind, Ziggy has tech points plus 25%. Junior and Momo have tech plus 25% and swimsuits on, so technically they're already getting like a plus 50 boost to that, and they're still getting less than 200 points on a points times 4. And this guy actually gives out more tech points than the Durlawangers and the Kubels at the beginning of the Encephalon when you go back there. And you're going to need, in order to max out, oh, he gets a fast circuit because he's technically an AGS boss. And in order to max out tech points, tech skills, you need 1.5 million. 1.5 million. And keep in mind, you can only hold less than 10,000 at a time. 9999, that's all you can hold at a time. Yeah, it's a little broken if you ask me, but it's not necessary. That's the bright side of it. The downside is that if you're trying to max things out, like I am, it requires a lot of work. However, we are not done here. I will be back after I have purchased and set up an eggs party, which I don't have just yet because I wanted to show off how much money I have and watch how much I spend trying to get the eggs going. I'm not going to have any money left. I'll be back. And I'm back. And I do have the eggs party. Well, I would like to say the eggs party, but I am not the best at eggs because I have very little practice at it. But I have purchased all the eggs that are possible in the game. Unfortunately, they only let you have 1 of each. Otherwise, I would have 3 AG05s. But they won't let me do that. So, I have properly equipped them. I'm not sure it's perfect at all, but this is what I have going. You know, obviously, you know, maybe I could put something else in there, but they won't let me because of other things that are taking over in terms of this one. This is the AG04. I do have these upgraded all the way, frame HP, the power, the armor, the agility, all that is upgraded as far as it will go. As you can see, it's pretty well stocked. Pretty good, but the real one here is the AG05, which I just have 1 piece of equipment on, really, 1 weapon, the single line beam ether attack 600% Federation Army large beam cannon. This is all I'm going to need on this one. And if you equip it, they won't let me equip anything else. So I'm going to assume that that's all you can really do with it. I'm going to go ahead and put the pilot on this one. This one is going to be Xion. Now, as you can see, the ether armor goes up and depends on which person that you have on this eggs. You can switch the pilots around as much as you want because Chaos and Junior are already on a different eggs. You can't have them in two. So it's going to be Xion. Actually, I'm surprised because Momo has low ether attack. It's really weird. Really weird how that works. But Xion, she's going to be on that one. Primarily because I am told, and I have no way of backing this up other than to try it, and this is the first time that I've tried it, so we'll find out here, that I can get, instead of Din Gareth to show up, I can get Meld Gareth to show up if Xion is in the AG-05, which makes no sense to me, but I'm going to test it out right now. Other than that, that's the only way that I can find that people say to get Meld Gareth to show up this late. Oh, I don't have anybody. Well, that's fine. I don't need that. I can guess it. I don't have anybody with the search eyes on. But we're gonna go for the eggs. Yeah, you can go. Yes, get in the eggs. As you can see, my HP shot up when I did that. Go ahead and get in the eggs. You stay in the middle so I can keep track of who's where and all that kind of stuff. I can't use the boosts when I'm in the eggs. I do not believe. Which is fine. That is not going to be needed. And you go there. Like I said, this is really the only... Tell me this does nothing. Thank you. This is the only thing that I have seen in terms of how to get Meld Gareth to show up, is to put Xion in the eggs. So, let's see. We got the DLC... It doesn't really matter what I do. Let's go with the first one, the DLC one. Go! That's it? Really? I was expecting so much more damage. He gets in his eggs, though, and it is Din Gareth. What do you know? Something that I heard on the internet was not a lie. For once. Oh, this requires 6 AP. I'm like, why can't I do it? Okay, guard then. And we're going to wait until Xion gets her turn again. I want to show this off. Thank you. BBC AG5. I can only use it 3 times in a battle. Make it worth it for me, Xion. How much damage is this going to do, this Meld Gareth? That's it? I'm so disappointed. Now, Dragon Scale? Now, the cannon that I have on the AG-05, that is heavily reliant on how much ether attack the character has, which is why I'm a little disappointed in it. I figured it would be a lot better, but let's just keep going against Meld Gareth. Meld Gareth does not have as much HP as Din Gareth, but really the eggs at this point are still really disappointing me. Now let's go with the ECM2. How's this going to do? And most of these are probably really good against Gnosis enemies, but I'm just throwing out everything that I got out there. Didn't seem to do much. Alright, now we need to guard again. You know, the eggs disappoint me from beginning to end of this game, as far as I can tell. Like I said, I'm not the best, so it could just be me. Go WCT02 AG4. It would also help if you gave me real names instead of just like abbreviations. See, I got a critical, and I'm like, I'm doing more with tech attacks than I ever would this way. This is not good. ER, VX, go! Do damage. 541. And this is supposed to be the real way that you take on this fight. I would have shown this off against Din Gareth, but considering the low damage output that I'm getting right now, this does not seem like it. Not put. I'm not going to say the best equipment on him because, like I said, I don't know. I haven't practiced around and fooled around with this that much at all. But I put decent equipment on them. You know what I mean? I put stuff on that I got at the end of the game. I have stuff to show off. I think the second one did more. I can't use boosts while they're in them unless I put a certain item on them. I think I put on the AG05. That's fine. Meld Gareth shouldn't, like I said, shouldn't last too much longer. He's got a good amount of HP, but he doesn't have as much as Gareth. Down he goes, finally. And that's the eggs. Like I said, they're not my favorite at all. Xion has maxed out skill points already. So is Chaos. Good lord, I forgot I did so much more grinding with them than I did with Junior, Ziggy, and Momo. But there you go. And as you can see, for that one you get less experience, less tech, less ether, less everything. That is... God, that feels so anticlimactic that I waited until the very end to show this off. And then it didn't even work out nearly as well as I thought. God, I was doing more with the regular attacks and then going into the deck attacks. Okay, but we are not done with the eggs yet. There is one more thing in the game that has to do with eggs. And I will meet you when we're ready to take that on, and I can try to explain that a bit